Hey everybody, thank you for joining us on the TWNRGY Podcast.
Thank you very much.
What? I just wanted to give you guys some tips on where to find us. The main thing, well, obviously you found us if you're watching this, but...
you found us, thank you. We were lost for a little while.
Search, first one is YouTube. Go on YouTube and search TWNRGY, TWNRGY. And also do the same thing on Facebook, search TWNRGY. And then also we have a Patreon account. Or first off, we have an Instagram account. Do it for the gram, y'all. Gram it up. Grammy season's coming up. Yeah, folks. Get those grams.
Award-winning.
Likes, comments, whatever. But yeah, search for us on Instagram. Search TWNRGY. And then also, Patreon. We have a Patreon account. That website is www.patreon, and it'll be /TWNRGY. And on Patreon, you'll be able to see our videos, and you'll have an opportunity to contribute if you'd like, whether it's monthly or a one-time contribution. There is expenses that are factored into this, whether it's posting and other things of that sort. But if not, feel free to continue to watch us for free and enjoy the material that we put out. And Adam has some other information in regards to how you can find us.
All right. The other things you could do to find a place to, say, listen to us on is go on Apple iTunes, go on that search bar, type in TWNRGY, TWNRGY, and then our podcast will pop up. Also, the same for Spotify. Just type in our TWNRGY name. It'll come up. And then go on Stitcher. It'll come up and you'll find us, and you could download an app for Stitcher and Spotify on your phone. This way it makes it easy to get there, on the go.
Yeah, if you have Apple, it's already on the phone, I believe.
Yeah, you already have the Apple iTunes app on there. So yeah, Apple, Android,
whatever you have, what your affiliation, just
whatever site you find yourself on. Download Stitcher or Spotify app. Type in TWNRGY and you'll find us.
And once you do find us on YouTube, if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing. It's just as good as contributing financially sometimes.
You can subscribe on iTunes as well.
Subscribe on iTunes.
Don't forget that.
Leave comments, leave suggestions.
We're open for it.
Open, ready for any suggestions and comments that you may have. Just let us know. We'll continue to bring information about health and wellness. And just want to say thanks again for listening to us. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Adam Fernandez.
With the TWNRGY Podcast. Love you guys. Take care.
Take care. Love you. What up, everybody?
What up?
TWNRGY Podcast. I'm Adam.
And I'm Aaron.
Woo. We're going to be having a podcast with the title of Helping Out Others. So
if there's a need, or if you just feel you need to help somebody out, help them out.
Mm-hmm. Just going to talk about different aspects with helping people out and how it makes us and others feel with helping.
I like a little help.
Help it, man. Help.
Yeah.
I need somebody.
Beatles over here.
Beatles. It's always easier when to help ourselves. A lot of people are like, oh, yes, help myself do this, that, the other.
For a couple extra things at the food bar.
Help myself do this extra Oreo.
Extra hamburger.
But
two for one, man.
Two for one. But it's always a bit harder to go out there and help somebody else, whether it's your friend, your family, your neighbor,
someone you don't know,
homeless person, someone you may not even know. So it's just you kind of got to get past that barrier and be willing to help others beyond helping yourself, or even just like beyond helping your family or friends.
Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your trust tree, your little circle of friends, and kind of go out and beyond that and help somebody else.
Yeah, I personally know that I've had a lot of help from people throughout my life, whether it's family, friends, neighbors, people I don't even know, teachers, or whoever, just people that I don't even know that just end up helping me out, whether it's like for directions or something of that sort. But so it's just always good for me to be able to give that back to others who
forward, baby.
Definitely, who may need that help in some sort of way. But in regards to that as well, some ways that we can help out people, or the general we, all you and myself.
Not the Nintendo we, but the general we.
We is by volunteering at, say, a food bank, at a local shelter, donate food in maybe blankets or clothes to local charities. Buy less fortunate kids Christmas gifts when it's that time of the year. Don't buy the Christmas gifts. Keep them, play them, and forget to give them to those kids.
I got a new little Nintendo Classic. I'm going to play it. I wasn't going to get it for a kid, but I'm a kid at heart, so I'm going to keep it.
So, yeah, just make sure you kind of do it. Those are just a few different things that you could do, whether you help an elderly person in your neighborhood or help at a senior center, whatever it may be. It's just kind of just some ideas. Those are just a few. I'm sure there's many other ways to go out there and help others, even like canned food drives, setting one up of your own.
Even our friend Elia, for her Christmas party over the last couple of years, she's telling everybody, bring canned food items. Even though we're having a good time getting together, she's kind of adding that extra element to it to help somebody else. Not just have a good time, everybody have a couple drinks, have some good food, play some games, but she's thinking about somebody else and helping out somebody else indirectly in the process of also having a party.
Mm-hmm. Or even picking up trash at the beach or in your own neighborhood, because plenty of lazy people getting trash, throwing cigarette butts out the window.
The tops of water bottles whenever I pick up trash, that's one of the biggest items I find, or the most abundant items I find.
And straws. Straws are all over the place.
Yes.
So, yeah, just kind of just some different ideas. Get out there, make it happen. But then one way recently, kind of example that I've helped somebody when it was on my trip about a month ago. Taxi driver took Aaron and I from our hotel to the airport, and that was probably about an hour drive.
Yeah.
And he ended up tipping him like $10 or something, and he is so grateful. He just for $10. I can only imagine that $10 out in Thailand goes a long way, because he was just so happy, very grateful, helpful, and saying, come back and come out here again. It just is good. And after doing that, I felt very good. Like, I didn't do it so I just get a good feeling, but it's like, wow, he really did appreciate this extra $10, where it means a lot to me. I earned my money, and I don't just give it away freely, but it's nice to help somebody out whenever you can.
Yeah, it just shows you how sometimes people can get jaded with how much they make here in the States and not really have an idea of how little other people make, and then it's that same amount that you have that may be irrelevant is just making the world. It's just the world to somebody else. Like, you just made their day, made their month, made their year, whatever the case.
Yeah, like people here in the United States can kind of learn from that to appreciate what you do have, especially in this crazy time that's going on right now with virus, and people are just freaking out, this, that, and the other. But look at what you do have. You have your health, you have your family, you have a place to live, you have food, you have shelter, whatever, and just you have clothes on your back. Not a lot of people have that, and a lot of people are still able to work, whether it's from home or actually still being able to go into the office and doing things.
Working remotely, you're doing your part, staying productive, and so be appreciative for that, the opportunity.
Fortunately, that's going on. And then another thing, about 10 years ago, I was unemployed, and what I did in some of that free time was go to a local, say, food shelter. It was help feed the children.
Feed the children, baby.
So, yeah, I did. Boom, feed them, serving up little pizzas, bagel bites,
snack packs, Hot Pockets.
Not really. It was just kind of boxing different things, different items, toiletries, foods, non-perishable foods for different families who were in need, and spent a few hours, maybe once or twice a week, going over there and doing that. And it was nice to go and help out. And even I was unemployed, but I had a place to live, and I still was getting things.
Yeah. So we were unemployed. I was in the same boat. We were both on unemployment. We were helping out. Like, I felt as though, because we were fortunate to be able to live with our parents, but just I know a lot of people don't even have that opportunity. So that's why we both were doing that, just to give even though we were downtrodden a little bit, we still wanted to give what we could do to other people. We're going to school, so either way, but we're doing our best to help out all around.
Yeah, and then also another thing recently my parents did with all this going on, they went to a local blood bank and went to donate blood just to help anybody who are in the hospital, anybody hurt, just that may need blood in this time of need. So
you can make deposits, you just can't make withdrawals in the blood bank.
Yeah, once your money's there, it stays there. But yeah, no, it's just kind of just different examples, different ways that we all can help and be better people and make this world a better place.
Bam.
And I'm gonna pass it on to Aaron.
You got it. Yo, hey everybody, helping. You can do it. Anybody can do it. No matter where you are, what your situation is, you can help. But I'm definitely in agreement with Adam. I think there's like literally like it's a multitude, almost like an infinite multitude of things you can do to help people in any way, shape, form. Help not just people, but help the environment. Whether you're helping someone do homework, helping a little old lady across the street. Like Adam kind of touched base on some of these items as well, but just donating time, donating money, donating food,
whatever you have.
Yeah, donating items that maybe you don't have use for anymore, but you know that somebody else may be able to have use for it. Whether it's clothes, it's something around the house, I don't know, furniture, and then also Adam also touched base on this, but just keeping the environment clean, going around your neighborhood, picking up trash, going around. Recycling. Yeah, just go around the beach picking up trash because just want to make sure that things are beautiful for other individuals. Like try to make this world better than it was when you were here. Just make it better for other people in the future. Just like one thing, just in regards to picking up trash, years ago, Adam, my mom, and I would go on bike rides, and we would always have a competition to see who could pick up the most cans and bottles. It got up into the double digits. I don't know if it was you or mom or me, but
somebody
had like the record. It was like maybe I'll say 18 different bottles and cans.
This kind of goes to show how easily people just throw stuff, and drop it, and not care to want to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean it's like feeding two birds with one scone. You're picking up trash, making the environment look cleaner. Also, you're getting that recycling. And you get
monetary compensation.
Bam! Make that pocketbook a couple inches wider, or whatever the case may be.
Some quarters.
But then also, that was one good thing that like our mom showed us. And then also, when we were really young, she used to work at a bank, and she had this one customer, probably like in his mid to late 70s, and her and my aunt would, and they became friends. Her and my aunt Delora would go to breakfast with him on the weekends, whether it was Saturday. Typically Saturdays, they would either do coffee, donuts, or go to a sit-down place and do breakfast. But it's just great to help other people that may not have family around, may not have friends around. As you get older, people start to pass away, and you just have less and less close friends. Mm-hmm. So it's good to help out and donate your time to other people and just donate your friendship.
Yeah, doesn't take much. It's free.
No, it's free. Shake a hand, give a hug, a little hug.
Social distancing, buddy.
Hey, whoa, 6 to ain't no 6 to closing.
But once social distancing is gone, then feel free to give people a hug and whatever it may be.
Maybe tap elbows, something like that. But then also with our dad, he would help us when we were younger with our math homework. He would review it. He would help us have a better understanding of it, and then also he would help us learn to play baseball, whether we were playing catch, going to the batting cages. And one other thing he used to help us with, I think it was a little selfish on his part, but taught us how to do the lawn, mow the lawn, edge the lawn, sweep, rake, do all those things. I think he did it not just to help us, but to help himself where he wasn't having to do the lawn every weekend.
Yeah, it's nice to not have a lawn now, to have to mow. Didn't mind doing it. It's fine, but it's nice to have that free time where you don't have to do
Builds character, hard work, shows...
Pulling weeds,
all that fun stuff. But I always think we were blessed with great family, friends, parents that instilled in us at an early age to help other individuals. No matter how good or how bad you have it in life, you can always spread joy by helping somebody else, and it's a good thing. If you do have kids, whether it's your kids, it's friends' kids, it's nieces, it's nephews, but just instill the quality of helping individuals into those little children, because as you learn at a younger age, you're more apt to do it as you get older. But like I was saying, you can donate so many things, like money. Money's the one thing when it comes to like homeless people, I'm a little apprehensive about donating only for the fact I don't know if they're going to use it for alcohol or drugs as opposed to food and water and things that they truly need. But for me, I think I just need to get over that mental hurdle. And if I want to give them a couple bucks, just give them a couple bucks. But recently, Adam and I were on our vacation, and we were in Australia. And there was this lady on the street that was homeless, and I had my backpack with me. I had a little cliff.
She's kind of panhandling a bit.
Yeah, and I had a Cliff Bar in my backpack, and I go, man, give her something. She's homeless. She definitely is going to need something to eat. So I walk up there, give her, like, hey, here you go. And she's like, no, I don't want that. I want money. I was like, what? So
pretty brazen.
I
pretty
know.
brazen.
I was taken aback. So I'm like, man, are you homeless? Like, what's your deal?
I just want help.
I just said that to myself, and I just walked away. I wasn't going to give her money for the fact that I only had big bills. And
dang, how you roll in Australia.
No, and that,
big bills.
and I only had a limited amount of money, man, for a couple of days that I was out there, so I didn't want to use it all. But either way, it's just funny how people don't want the necessities. They want that almighty dollar. But then also, there's this homeless guy that lives near Adam and I. His name was Clyde. And we'd always give him a couple bucks here and there. And at one point, he kind of felt guilty about taking it all. But not that we gave him a lot. But he offered Adam and I karate lessons.
Yeah.
He used to have, I think he was from San Diego, used to have a karate dojo.
He had some sort of accent.
Yeah.
So like a very light hint of like a British accent.
Yeah, interesting dude. But he actually tried to do better for himself. He was living in his car, then he ended up buying an RV, and even when he was homeless, he made a meditation CD. I guess he knew somebody who had a studio, some sort of situation. He gave Adam and I
a copy
of it.
I think it's still in my car. Listened to it before.
Yeah, but it's like, even though you're homeless, he's still trying to better himself and get out of the situation. And Adam and I saw that, which is why I didn't mind giving him a couple bucks. And he'd always tell us, like, hey man, I haven't had a drink in a while. I'm doing good. I'm trying to get on my feet. I have a girlfriend. I'm like, man, I don't have a girlfriend. This dude's got a girlfriend. He's homeless. But yeah, so it's help whenever you can. Like, regardless of your apprehensions of giving somebody money if they're homeless because you don't know how they're going to spend it. If you want to do it, then just do it. I would suggest, but to each their own. But then also Adam and I, a couple months back, we were at this work event where it was a pub crawl or going to a couple different bars and restaurants, getting drinks, and then it was about 3 of them, and at every single one they gave you food, so people were like grubbing down at the first place, and then the second place they were grubbing down, but not as much as the first place. And then by the time
too much food.
Yes, and then by the time we got to the third bar/restaurant, it was just like a whole spread of pizzas. I don't know, like 5-6 whole pizzas. And like I said, people had already been eating at the last 2 places, and so there's a lot of excess pizza. And I was just like, dang man, it's horrible. I knew there was a good amount of homeless people outside from where we were at.
Yeah.
So I ended up asking the girl, hey, do you have a doggy bag? And she kind of looks at me sideways, like, what's a doggy bag? I'm like, I guess I was dating myself by that. But then I go, well, hey, do you have a takeaway? Takeaway? You have some sort of container I can bring food back home in? And then she went to the back, got me something. And this is kind of towards the end of the evening, so timed it appropriately. So got the food, and as we went out, gave a couple homeless people some pizza. And it made me feel good to know that someone wasn't going to go to bed hungry that night.
Yeah, that's nice.
And just like this, like I said, any opportunity, there's always an opportunity to be able to help somebody, no matter where you are, what time of day.
How big or how small it may be.
Yeah, like every little thing helps, as they say. And yeah, but then one thing I did feel a little bit bad, kind of like Adam said, there was just so much extra food everywhere we went. It just,
hopefully somebody made use out of it.
Yeah,
but just throwing it away.
But it just shows how frivolous we are as Americans. All this extra food that we eat, or that we don't eat, that we could be donating to people who are less fortunate, homeless, other countries,
or even people who are hoarding it right now, hoarding food and everything. It's just, man, there's people out there that can't even get a meal.
Yeah, and I was looking at this one study it was from a couple of years back, but they said that Americans typically waste 30
to 40% of food. Whether you're throwing it away, you made all this pizza, oh, don't worry, we got a lot of extra food, and people typically don't eat it all. It sits in the fridge, it gets moldy, it gets a little penicillin on it, and so we just end up throwing it away. Oh, it's bad, that lasagna's gross, it's old.
And 2 days old, can't eat it, trash, that's garbage.
Typically only eat or buy and make what I know I'm going to eat, so I try to have zero or very minimal waste. But like I said, 30 to 40% is wasted. They were saying that about dollars or pounds wise, it equates to 166 million pounds of food that is wasted every year. And then when it comes to dollar figures, it's I think it was 131 billion. So it's 166 billion pounds of food that is wasted every year, and then 131 billion dollars worth of food when you equate a dollar figure to it that is wasted annually. That's so much money and so much food that you can be saving. That money can go towards helping other people, whether it goes towards our schools, whether it goes towards homelessness. I don't know. There's so many different variables that food and that extra money can go towards. The main thing I like doing when it comes to helping is helping out kids. Because like I was saying earlier, you instill into somebody this type of value early on in life, and they're more than likely going to continue it throughout life. Adam and I help out annually at our friend's charity event that goes on during Christmas time. And what happens is there's unfortunate kids or less fortunate kids who don't have a lot of money, come from low-income families, and we go shopping with them. And
they have like $200 they can spend on gifts for themselves and family members. So it's a good gesture. Like some of the kids, they seem, some of them want to get more gifts for other people than themselves.
And for me, it's a benefit because I get the opportunity to hang out with this kid and kind of talk to them about how their life is going, whether it's school, what subjects they like, and what they like doing with their siblings and things of that sort, and listen to them and give them an opportunity to talk to somebody. Then for me, it helps me because then sometimes I'll drop a couple nuggets of wisdom because there's one girl wanted to buy
chicken nuggets.
Hey man, nobody eat those nuggets. But
sour sauce.
I know this girl wanted to buy all these items for herself. And she bought some for her siblings, and she goes, oh, I want this, so I'm going to put that away that I was going to get for my sister. I'm like, well, sometimes it feels better to give something than to get something. And eventually I talked her into kind of getting a couple of those items back for her siblings, and because she just wanted so many things, which is fine, they're little kids, I understand that. But I just want to let her know that it does feel better to give than to receive all the time. And I assume she kind of got the gist of it. She was about, I don't know, like 9 years old, maybe a little bit younger. But for me, like I said again, it's great to instill these type of values into children. So hopefully they'll go forward, helping more people. So kind of like a domino effect. You knock one domino, hits over another, and another, and another, and another.
Butterfly effect.
Yeah, butterfly. Not Domino's pizza, except from the pizza. But but just kind of to encompass everything on my end, Adam kind of touched base on it earlier, but start early or start in your small circles. Whether you're helping friends, you're helping family members, you're telling someone you love them, just help them, or even just help them bolster up their self-esteem and confidence. Just help those. Whether you don't necessarily have to do an actual action like picking up trash for somebody or doing their lawn. You can just have a conversation with them and just talk with them, and hopefully maybe give some advice to them, get some advice from them, and just talk nonetheless. But then once you start working on that inner circle, branch out. Whether it's somebody at work, whether it's somebody you don't know, hold the door open for somebody. If you see somebody that just fell, help them up. If you see somebody got in an accident, stop and see if there's anything that you could help or do to help other individuals. Because I think, and this is my opinion, helping is very contagious. I think it's more contagious than this corona thing that's going around. Because when you help somebody, like a lot of people typically think I want to pay it forward. Or they kind of think in the back of their head, oh, I remember last time so-and-so held the door open for me. Oh, I'm going to hold the door open for them. Or a friend helped me out of a bad situation. That friend's not doing well. I'm going to pay the favor back or help this other friend. Like, I just think helping is contagious, and spread it, man. Help as much as you can, wherever you can, whenever you can.
Cool. Well, that does wrap everything up.
Like a little burrito.
Get out there, start helping others, especially in this time of need.
Yes.
And anybody needs a place to stay,
some toilet paper,
whatever.
Running out of toilet paper and hand sanitizer. Help them out.
Get after it. This has been the Helping Others podcast. Love you guys. I'm Adam.
I'm Aaron. Love you as well.
Take care. Bye.
Bam.